two leaders discuss expanding spectrum of bilateral ties. PM Modi visits Zvezda shipbuilding plant with Russian President Putin. The visit aims at learning about Russia's capabilities in shipbuilding sector and exploring possibilities of cooperation in this area. Indian community gives rousing welcome to Prime Minister Modi on his arrival in Vladivostok. Indian Army says Pakistan is desperate to infiltrate maximum terrorists into Kashmir Valley to disrupt peace in the valley. Lieutenant General KJS Dinlaw says on August 21st, two Pakistani nationals who are associated with Lashkar-e-Toiba apprehended. Ministry of Home Affairs notifies Masood Azhar, LAT Chief Hafiz Saeed, LAT Commander Zakir Rahman Lakhvi and Dawood Ibrahim as individual terrorists under Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. India and Pakistan hold third round of talks on Kartarpur corridor to discuss and finalize the draft agreement for operationalization of the corridor for Sikh pilgrims at Atari. Understanding reached on visa-free travel of Indian pilgrims without any restriction based on their faith. Persons of Indian origin holding OCI card too can visit Holy Gurdwara Kartarpur Sahib using the corridor. The second deorbiting maneuver for Chandrayaan-2 spacecraft performed successfully. With this maneuver, the required orbit for Vikram lander to commence its descent towards the surface of the moon is achieved. In international news, Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam announces withdrawal of extradition bill that triggered 3 months of unprecedented pro-democracy rallies in Hong Kong. Says government will formally withdraw the bill in order to fully allay public concerns. Good evening and welcome to this bulletin. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. Let's begin with Prime Minister Modi's visit to Russia. "15 documents, including 13 MOUs, agreements and one B2B agreement have been exchanged in the presence of Prime Minister Modi and Russian President Putin. These include a strategy document for trade and investment, an intergovernmental agreement on joint production of spares for Russian Soviet-made military equipment, MOU for joint audiovisual production, one for oil and gas cooperation. MOU has been inked in the field of transport, another to facilitate maritime traffic from Vladivostok to Chennai. A customs agreement as well as an understanding in the field of geology has also been exchanged. India and Russia have entered into an agreement between investment funds as well as strategic initiatives with FICCI. An agreement for coking coal extraction and another for joint development in the field of LNG has also been exchanged. Last agreement exchange was a B2B one.
Customs law for 2019-2022. Director of Ross Congress Fund Alexander Stugl. Director General of Memorandum of Understanding. Projects in coking coal extraction in the forests of Russia and the Arctic region. Joint development of business activities in LNG projects in India and LNG supplies.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin participated in the 20th India-Russia Bilateral Summit. The summit will take forward the privileged strategic partnership that the two countries share with a new layer of inter-regional cooperation in the Russian Far East. The two leaders discussed defense ties, nuclear energy, space cooperation as well as B2B connections.
आज हमारे बीच डिफेंस, न्यूक्लियर, एनर्जी, स्पेस, बिजनेस टू बिजनेस जैसे कई क्षेत्रों में अपने सहयोग को नई ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंचाने के लिए सहमति बनी है। मैं हमारे संबंधों के सभी पक्षों पर आपके और आपके डेलीगेशन के साथ हमेशा की तरह उपयोगी चर्चा का अवसर पाकर बहुत ही खुश हूं।
Prime Minister Modi thanked President Putin for announcing and conferring of the highest civilian award of Russia on him.
आपने मुझे अपने देश के सबसे बड़ा नागरिक सम्मान देने की घोषणा की। उसके लिए मैं आपका और रूस के लोगों का आभारी हूं। यह हम दोनों देशों के लोगों के बीच विशेष मैत्री संबंधों को दर्शाता है और 1.3 बिलियन भारतीयों के लिए बहुत ही सम्मान का विषय है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi said he was honored to be the first ever Indian Prime Minister to visit Vladivostok. He thanked President Putin for that. He stressed on the fact that both India and Russia are against outside influence in internal matters of any nation.
भारत एक ऐसा अफगानिस्तान देखना चाहता है जो स्वतंत्र, सुरक्षित, अखंड, शांत और लोकतांत्रिक हो। हम दोनों ही किसी भी देश के आंतरिक मामलों में बाहरी दखल के खिलाफ है। हमने भारत के फ्री, ओपन और इंक्लूसिव इंडो पैसिफिक के कंसेप्ट पर भी उपयोगी चर्चा की। हम सहमत हैं कि साइबर सिक्योरिटी, काउंटर टेररिज्म, एनवायरमेंट प्रोटेक्शन जैसे क्षेत्रों में भारत और रूस का सहयोग और मजबूत करेंगे।
Prime Minister Modi highlighted the new version of leadership that moves beyond capital cities and puts people at the core of ties with other nations.
हमारी स्पेशल एंड प्रिविलेज स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप ना सिर्फ हमारे देशों के स्ट्रेटेजिक हितों को काम आई है, बल्कि इसे हमने लोगों के विकास और उनके सीधे फायदे से जोड़ा है। राष्ट्रपति पुतिन और मैं इस रिलेशनशिप को विश्वास और भागीदारी के जरिए सहयोग की नई ऊंचाइयों तक ले गए हैं और इसकी उपलब्धियां मैं सिर्फ क्वांटिटेटिव ही नहीं, क्वालिटेटिव बदलाव लाए हैं। हमारे रिश्तों को हम राजधानियों के बाहर भारत के राज्यों और रूस के क्षेत्रों तक ले जा रहे हैं। यह कोई ताज्जुब की बात नहीं, क्योंकि एक और मैं लंबे अरसे तक गुजरात राज्य का मुख्यमंत्री रहा हूं और राष्ट्रपति पुतिन भी रूस के रीजन्स की क्षमताओं और संभावनाओं को भली भांति जानते हैं। इसलिए यह नेचुरल है कि उन्होंने ईस्टर्न इकोनॉमिक फोरम को कंसीव किया और भारत जैसे विविधता भरे देश को इसके साथ नजदीक से जोड़ने को महत्व दिया।
Prime Minister Modi spoke of the new vistas that have opened up in India-Russia ties. He hailed the proposal to establish a full-fledged maritime route that will serve as a link between Chennai and Vladivostok. Vladivostok can act as a gateway for oil and gas supplies from the Arctic.
भारत के कॉमर्स मिनिस्टर, 4 राज्यों के मुख्यमंत्री और 150 से अधिक बिजनेसमैन व्लादिवोस्तोक आए। फार इसके विशेष दूत और फार इसके सभी 11 गवर्नर से उनकी मुलाकातों के बहुत अच्छे परिणाम निकले हैं। राज्यों और क्षेत्रों के संबंधों में फ्रेमवर्क मिला है और कोयला, डायमंड, माइनिंग, रेयर अर्थ, एग्रीकल्चर, टिम्बर, पल्प एंड पेपर तथा टूरिज्म में अनेक नई संभावनाएं उजागर हुई हैं और अब क्षेत्रों के बीच कनेक्टिविटी को बढ़ाने के लिए चेन्नई और व्लादिवोस्तोक के बीच मैरीटाइम रूट का प्रस्ताव भी किया गया है।
And Russian President Putin said that during his talks with Prime Minister Modi, the two nations agreed on enhancing cooperation in the field of trade, investment, military, technical cooperation, education and culture, for which bilateral documents will be adopted.
Коммерческих структур. Согласован солидный пакет.
We have agreed upon a solid package of bilateral documents, including in trade and investment, industry, military and technical cooperation, education, culture. As we have agreed before, we will adopt today an integrated statement named Reaching New Heights of Cooperation Through Trust and Partnership, which outlines further consolidation of our ties, including foreign policy coordination. We're quite active in that field. We support each other in many key issues of international agenda. We have very similar
Конечно, мы
approaches.
ждем вас, уважаемый господин премьер-министр. Мы еще встретимся в
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Vladivostok, Russia on a two-day visit. His first engagement of the day was a visit to Zvezda shipbuilding complex in Bolshoi, Kherson town. Russian President Vladimir Putin accompanied Prime Minister Modi to the complex. The warm chemistry between the two leaders was visible as they walked down the ferry that took them to the shipyard. The two leaders took a ship ride to reach the shipbuilding complex. Zvezda complex project is of strategic importance for the Far Eastern region and the domestic shipbuilding industry in Russia. The two leaders visited an exhibition at the shipbuilding complex. Prime Minister Modi was briefed about the models displayed at the exhibition. The shipbuilding complex has been built at an estimated cost of approximately $4.2 billion. It is the biggest shipbuilding complex in Russia, fitted to build all types of naval and merchant ships, navy and commercial vessels, offshore construction vessels and ice-class vessels for use in Arctic region are built here. Prime Minister Modi interacted with the management at the complex. The ships built at the shipyard will be used to deliver Russian oil and liquefied natural gas to world markets, including India. And earlier, Prime Minister Modi was welcomed by the Indian diaspora amid slogans of Vande Mataram and Bharat Mata Ki Jai at the hotel where he's staying.
कौन ठंडा हो सकता है ऐसे गर्मी वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम
बहुत खुशी हो रही है यहाँ पे वो आए तो हम लोगों को एक अच्छा कॉन्फिडेंस फीलिंग आ रही है रशिया में रहते हुए भारत की एक अच्छी फीलिंग
भारतीय प्रधानमंत्री हमारा पीएम मोदी साहब जो यहाँ पे आए हैं हम लोग को एक प्राउड एक महसूस कर रहे हैं हम लोग गर्व की बात है हमारे लिए क्योंकि आज इतना बड़ा हम लोग को आज मौका मिला यहाँ पे इनको मिलने के लिए
ये 100% सक्सेस मीटिंग रहेगी क्योंकि इसके पहले अपना 5 स्टेट के सीएम आए थे और अच्छा डेलीगेशन, अच्छा प्रोग्राम रहा था। और उस टाइम क्या है, काफ़ी ग्राउंड फ्लोर में जो काम हुआ था वो हो गया है। अभी तो क्या है, पूरे रूप देना है, तो ये मोदी आने से एकदम बढ़िया हो जाएगा।
Some other news now. Ministry of Home Affairs notified Masood Azhar, LET Chief Hafiz Saeed, LET Commander Zakirur Rahman Lakhmi and Dawood Ibrahim as individual terrorists under Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. The decisions have been taken nearly a month after Parliament approved a crucial amendment to the Unlawful Activities Prevention Amendment Act 1967. India and Pakistan today agreed to visa-free travel of Indian pilgrims without any restrictions based on their faith for Kartarpur Sahib corridor. The understanding was reached during the third round of talks on the modalities for operationalization of Kartarpur Sahib corridor held today at Atari. The Indian delegation, led by Joint Secretary of Ministry of Home Affairs, held detailed discussions with the Pakistani delegation, led by Director General South Asia and SAARC in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They also agreed that persons of Indian origin holding OCI card too can visit Holy Gurdwara Kartarpur Sahib using this corridor. 5,000 pilgrims can visit Gurdwara Kartarpur Sahib using the corridor every day. Additional pilgrims over and above the figure of 5,000 can visit on special occasions, but that will be subject to capacity expansion by the Pakistani side. Pakistan has conveyed its solemn commitment to increase this number to the maximum possible.
पाकिस्तान गवर्नमेंट से उम्मीद करेंगे कि फीस वाले मसले पे वे थोड़ी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी दिखाएं और हमारी रिक्वेस्ट को मंजूर करें। हमारे प्रोटोकॉल ऑफिसर्स डेली इतने लोग जाएंगे, हर उम्र के, हर तरह के हेल्थ स्टेटस के लोग जाएंगे, तो थोड़े से प्रोटोकॉल ऑफिसर्स डेली हम चाहेंगे उनकी हिफाजत के लिए साथ जाएं, फैसिलिटेशन के लिए जाएं। तो ये हमारी ये दो जेन्युइन मांगे थी कि इसको बिल्कुल फ्री ऑफ फीस किया जाए, विदाउट एनी फीस किया जाए और थोड़े प्रोटोकॉल ऑफिसर्स को डेली अलाउ करें ताकि हमारे पिलग्रिम्स को कोई दिक्कत आने जाने में, रास्ते में कहीं दिक्कत नहीं हो।
Lieutenant General KJS Dhillon today said that Pakistan is desperate to infiltrate maximum terrorists into Kashmir Valley to disrupt peace in the valley. While briefing media in Srinagar, he said that on August 21st, 2 Pakistani nationals were apprehended who are associated with Lashkar-e-Toiba. Indian Army also released confession video of the 2 apprehended Pakistani nationals.
As you are aware, Pakistan is desperate to infiltrate maximum terrorists into Kashmir Valley. All the launch pads as of now are full and infiltration attempts are being made every day to infiltrate the terrorists into Kashmir Valley to disrupt peace. On 21st of August, we have apprehended 2 Pakistani nationals, 2 Pakistani citizens who belong to proscribed terrorist outfit Lashkar-e-Toiba were apprehended live by the Indian Army.
Jammu and Kashmir ADG Police Law and Order Munir Khan said that normalcy is returning. He said orders and instructions are very clear to avoid civil casualties.
Orders and instructions are very clear that we have to avoid any kind of civil casualties and we are adhering to that. Things are improving gradually and hopefully things must fall in place and normalcy will return very soon.
In Jammu and Kashmir, Indian Army is organizing the first Army recruitment rally after abrogation of Article 370 and 35A. The 7-day recruitment rally through the Army Recruitment Office, Jammu, commenced at subsidiary training centre of J&K Police at Talwara, Riyasi yesterday and will continue till the 9th of September. This rally is being conducted to provide employment to youth from 7 districts including Doda, Kishtwar, Rajouri, Poonch, Udhampur, Ramban and Riyasi. Over 29,000 aspiring youth from Jammu region have been registered for the recruitment rally. On the first day of the rally, more than 2,500 candidates from districts of Kishtwar and Ramban converged for the physical fitness test. The response as seen in the recruitment rally is an indicator of the desire of the youth of J&K to opt for peace and progress. As part of BJP's Maha Jansampark Abhiyan, Union Minister and senior BJP leader Prakash Javadekar met some prominent persons of Chandigarh. He discussed with them Article 370, 35A in detail and tried to remove all doubts over the issue.
He is organizing Maha Sampark Abhiyan in the country in order to make people aware of the enhanced pace of development in Jammu and Kashmir after the revocation of provision of Article 370 and 35A. As a part of countrywide awareness program, Union Minister and senior BJP leader Prakash Javadekar reached Chandigarh today. He met Flying Singh Milkha Singh at his residence and presented him a booklet. Union Minister said that the situation is fast turning towards normalcy in Jammu and Kashmir.
कश्मीर में एक नई सुबह हुई है। एक महीना हो गया, लोगों ने स्वागत किया है और स्थिति कितनी सामान्य बनती जा रही है आपने देखा है। केवल 13 पुलिस स्टेशन में आज कोई थोड़े बंधन है, बाकी पूरा जनजीवन सामान्य हो रहा है और जल्दी होगा, यह हमें पूरा विश्वास है।
Prakash Javadekar also met well-known industrialist and former president of Royalty International, R.K. Sabu. Sabu welcomed centre's decision on Article 370.
मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में इतना साहसपूर्ण जो एक्शन लिया है, वो पहले किसी ने नहीं लिया। खाली ये बीजेपी की बात नहीं है, पूरा भारतवर्ष ने इसका स्वागत किया है।
As a part of Maha Sampark Abhiyan, Union Minister also met former Army Chief General V.P. Malik. Besides giving information about Article 370 and 35A, he also spelled out central government's achievement and work. This campaign by BJP leaders is an attempt to answer all the questions being raised about Article 370 and 35A in order to clear all doubts on the issue. Bureau Report, DD News.
In the second leg of his 5-day-long visit to Japan and Republic of Korea, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today met Prime Minister of South Korea, Lee Na-kyung, in Seoul. During the meeting, Defence Minister discussed to strengthen ties between India and South Korea and lauded the role of pioneer leadership of both the nations. Rajnath Singh talked about years-long relationship between India and South Korea and to further provide impetus to ties of both the nations. Meanwhile, Prime Minister of Republic of Korea expressed happiness over the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's visit to South Korea and assured that his visit will not only boost the ties in defence sector but in other areas as well. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and South Korean government will discuss the ways to enhance cooperation with private companies in defence equipments and their infrastructural developments. Defence Minister's visit will also provide new heights to the investment under Make in India scheme in defence sector. The second deorbiting maneuver for Chandrayaan-2 spacecraft was performed successfully today, beginning at 3:42 hours IST as planned, using the onboard propulsion system. The duration of the maneuver was about 9 seconds. The orbit of Vikram lander is 35 km by 101 km. Chandrayaan-2 orbiter continues to orbit the moon in an orbit of 96 km to 125 km, and both the orbiter and lander are in healthy condition. With this maneuver, the required orbit for the Vikram lander to commence its descent towards the surface of the moon is achieved. The lander is scheduled to be part to descend between 1 to 2 hours IST on September 7th, which is then going to be followed by the touchdown of lander between 01:30 and 02:30 hours IST. Mumbai and its suburbs are experiencing incessant rainfall since early morning. The city and its adjoining areas experienced light to heavy rainfall yesterday as well. Indian Met Department has issued orange alert for Mumbai and some parts of Maharashtra. Meanwhile, waterlogging was reported from several low-lying areas of the city, affecting vehicular traffic due to heavy rains and waterlogging at Mumbai division. Many long-distance trains are cancelled due to heavy waterlogging near Mahim and Matunga Road. Regular services are not running between Churchgate and Andheri, but the skeletal services are being run on fast lines between Churchgate and Vasai Road. Train services are running between Andheri and Vasai Road on all 4 lines in certain intervals. Trains between Vasai Road and Virar are not running due to waterlogging near Nala Supara till further orders. The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation has requested Mumbaikars to avoid venturing near the sea or walking in waterlogged areas. Other parts of Maharashtra such as Thane, Palghar, Raigad, Pune, Satara are also witnessing heavy rains. Some international update: an extradition bill that triggered 3 months of unprecedented pro-democracy rallies in Hong Kong will be withdrawn. The city's leader announced that on Wednesday, bowing to one of the protesters' 5 key demands. Millions of people have taken to Hong Kong streets since June in the biggest challenge to China's rule of semi-autonomous Hong Kong since its handover from the British in 1997. After refusing for months to withdraw the bill, which aimed to allow extradition of criminal suspects to mainland China, Lam finally conceded, as she called for calm. And that brings us to the close of this bulletin. Namaskar.